The both of you just kind of... You stand there, panting, bleeding all over the floor, waiting to see if there's anything else, and there isn't.
Wait, child.
Yes.
I'll sprint up the thing with my, bonus action dash. Just sprint up to the child. Wait, child.
Alright. They're tethered to the platform by 2 circuit-laden straps ending in thick metal cuffs around each ankle. The straps are controlled by a computer terminal on the platform. We're gonna try and brute force it, or are we just gonna try and tell the computer spit it out?
Yeah, spit it out. Spit it out. Undo. Desist.
Alright, give me a computers check.
Computers? Okay.
I'm also here.
Dirty 20.
It just takes you a couple of seconds, and you were able to enter the code. Click. Unlocks.
Did it shut off the siphoning beam?
Belarus is now able to move away from the siphoning beam, and from when you were able to kind of like help patch up and fix Gavalia, and with Belarus's help, you're able to reattach the part of its suit that was removed.
Oh, good.
The light in the center of the suit is... He's not quite as bright as typically comes with Belair, but he's like, I feel better now. Thank you. Thank you. That was scary. Did you guys find my mom?
Yeah, she told us to tell you something. No matter what the darkness devours, the stars will reignite.
You did find my mom, yay!
Yeah.
I don't know how to get out of here.
There is a service tunnel. Let's go through there, because bad things are behind us.
Quick question. One final question. Does Vi still look like a Kanasi? Or is that worn off yet?
I don't think so, but I did say the thing. So maybe Belarus looks scared, and Vi's like, why are you... Oh, and just like looks at herself and be like, oh, I guess there's a way to dispel alter self? I don't know. It doesn't say.
I think a hand wave a little bit, because also, like, you are not acting like a normal Kanasi, and it's...
Okay, yeah.
You know the thing where it's always, like, the kids are always the one who recognize the superheroes when they're in their, like, plainclothes outfit, just something about it, and as you start to walk, he just grabs your hand, and then grabs Anima's hand.
I'm included too.
Yes, it's just holding both of your hands.
Okay. Through the tunnel.
Service tunnel.
Yeah, you're able to use the access tunnel to get to the dock ships.
Service tunnel. Service tunnel.
Completely bypassing the area where you last saw the mercenary crew. It's been a minute since you got an update on whatever's going on there.
This is
Don't
true.
care.
Yeah.
Honestly, don't care.
Also true. Who gives a shit?
Vi may make them dead right now, because she's still not happy. She's trying to be calm in front of child, but also violence.
Smiggity smacked.
Yeah.
This has been awful. Also, you people suck.
Yeah.
As you are going through the tunnel holding this little child's hand, as he's by you with your perception and Anima with your just kind of, I feel like your mother heading over child a little bit. The glow is slowly, gradually getting like a little brighter. He'll be okay. It's just one of he just needs a nap. He just needs some rest and some time. Both of you roll a perception check, and I don't know if you want to check in with anyone.
Vi may be like, is anyone dead yet? Ooh, I rolled a 2, so that's a perception 10.
21.
Vi, you're a little distracted trying to not fall over and or swear in front of this small child.
Yeah.
You've also still got the lancet in your leg. You know Tali can fix it. Tali can fix pretty much anything, but at the moment, ow.
Yeah. Actively bleeding and in pain, and yeah, small child, so it's like, everything is fine, everything is fine.
It's fine. But Anima, you notice with your 21, both that Vi is struggling to keep the swear words on the inside, and would probably, if given the chance, try and murder every single one of those mercenaries with her bare hands. You probably shouldn't let her try and do that, though, because if someone sneezes on her, she might fall over. She's not looking great.
Then I'm gonna reach out and gentle tap Soul of the Healer up to 5 times my level, which is 8, so that would be 40?
Yeah, I think so. 40. And you could also use some on yourself.
You could just split it evenly. That would get me up to about half.
But is that in character? Not even a smidge.
Okay, alright. So you want to use all 40?
Fair.
Yep.
Thank you.
But you just almost immediately feel significantly better. And it's not lost on you that Anima did not use any of that on herself, and she also looks kind of rough.
Anima. Thank you, but please.
As you're walking through the service tunnel and getting close to where Spectra and Tali and Tai were trying to trick and contain the mercenaries, you didn't notice it before. In the fight, there's just too much going on, but it's not until, as you start getting closer that you do hear the sounds of fighting. All of the sounds of pain and distress do not sound like they belong to anyone you know, and you could hear the telltale sound of Tali taunting somebody. But also, you also notice there sounds like there is some movement going on that sounds like it's a little further away. Closer to where one of the ships is.
Don't like that. Don't love that.
What do you do?
Now, the smart thing to do would be to alert the teammate who's in slightly better shape. The Anima thing to do is to go running off as soon as I hear it, heading towards the ships. I'm doing the second thing.
So my Anima just starts sprinting down the hallway towards where the noise was. There's a fork, and you can see straight ahead is where you would go to meet up with everyone else. She takes the other direction.
I'll mental missive her, be like, Anima, what the hell? What are you doing?
Noises, let's go.
We have
Weird
child.
noise. Send child to ships. Weird noise.
Question, the fork. Does that have both ships or just the Opal Stars shuttle?
Give me an insight check.
Insight. Okay, 13.
This is maintenance tunnel. It's another direction to kind of get to the ships away from the main very open docking area.
Mm-hmm.
And you somewhat remember you remember the path that you kind of traced with your eyes of how to get back to the ship. But there's also other directions and potentially other branches that could go to other parts of the facility. You're pretty sure the way back to your ship, or at least where the others were being funneled, is straight ahead. You don't really know for sure what's in the direction Anima just ran off in. And Anima, give me an investigation check.
21.
You are able to figure out as you are running towards whatever this noise is that the tunnel you're in is taking you around to a different way to get into the docking area, and the noise that you are hearing, the other ship is taking off.
Ooh,
But you also clock that it sounds like you're pretty sure Spectra, Tali, and Tai have most of the mercenaries caught, or at least the ones that had been in the docking bay area. It's possible that someone had gone back to the ship and they're the ones that are leaving.
Don't care, doesn't matter.
The Star Chaser ship is taking off.
I'm gonna see if there's a way to lock down the bay. Is there a computer terminal around?
Since you rolled high on that, I will say, yes, you do see computer terminals.
Okay, then I'm gonna run up to one and see if there's a way to lock down the bay to keep them from leaving.
Give me a computers roll, because you do have some familiarity with security systems, but you have not worked on this station before, and also you don't really know how old this whole thing is. It's not a setup you've used before, it's not a place you've been before.
It's fine, I'm gonna try my best anyway. Let's see. What are we gonna... 6. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm hitting buttons.
You are hitting buttons, and you just start methodically going through where you think the controls to lock down the bay would be, but whoever set this up did not organize this in a way that makes sense to you. Vi, what are you doing? Are you gonna follow? You have no idea what's going on, you just know Anima ran off after noise.
Yeah, but I also can't send Child on the other side of the fort because I'm not fully sure. I think that may be where it is, but if that's where both ships are, no. Because I don't know if it'll come out where the good guys are or the bad guys are. So, Child, come on, Belarus. If there's any danger, hide, okay? And then I'm gonna run after Anima. We'll be back. Hide.
Just
be safe.
You just start bonus action dash sprinting down the hall as Belarus is just like, wait, no, slow down, wait for me. He's got little legs.
Okay, maybe Vi then just like picks him up and then just...
You are dragging small robot Child after you as you see Anima is just like hunting and pecking and trying to figure out how to do something on the console. It almost hurts to watch a little bit.
Anima!
You don't really know what's going on.
Anima, what are you doing?
I'm still trying, and I'm... Who designed this stupid thing? I'm gonna find them and write them a strongly worded letter about their system.
Do I at least see that the ship is trying to leave? Like, can I get context clues or anything besides that?
Since you have a high passive perception, if you were trying to figure out like what could be going on, you'd clock that's the sound of a ship leaving. Anna was trying to do something. There's fighting back that way. You weren't entirely sure what ship is trying to leave or moving where or what, but Anima's trying to do something on the computer and is struggling.
Okay. I think I go, okay, Emma, let me help. What are you doing? We can work together on this. What's up?
Try to lock down the bay so that the traffickers don't leave.
Okay.
Give me the computer's roll.
Okay. 21.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna be like, can I help?
I mean, you can, but...
I don't feel like she needs it.
You watch Belarus for a minute.
You have to kind of like backtrack from where Anima was trying to find things, but you're quickly able to find and use some little like tradecraft tricks to trigger basically a security lockdown. And roll investigation.
Okay.
Or perception. I'll allow either.
I would prefer perception because that's a 17 then.
With the 17, you see, as you were activating the security lockdown, you did get sort of like a more active schematic of the station, including where the ships are. And you see that the Star Chaser, the second ship, you were able to stop it from leaving, but there is a little blip on the radar that quickly disappears off. It appears something left the Star Chaser and that got out. So you got the main ship, but they might have had a shuttle or something, or a pod or something that got out. Or it could have also just been a piece of trash that got knocked out of the way.
There's people on the Opal Star still, correct?
Yes, Lex and Daria, but also with the lockdown, the Opal Star is also shut in for the moment.
Then I'll message them going, hey, the Star Chaser tried to leave. We got them. I saw something made it out. Don't know what. Could be nothing. Could be a pod. Please check it out if you can. Or have someone keep an eye on it. Because I remember we had other people.
You just get like 2 thumbs up from Lex.
Okay. The Star Chaser itself stayed, something got out, but I let Lex and them know, let Lex and Daria know at, with Opal Star, that something happened. I don't know what it was. It was something that blipped out. Could have been nothing. Could have been trash or something. Could have been an escape pod or something. So they're gonna keep an eye out. But
Okay.
Star Chaser is here.
Alright. Back through the other fork.
Callie chimes in on the comms. Well, this has been fun. They finally agreed to surrender. We've got the Star Chaser's officers passing out the cuffs now. We should have the whole crew contained soon, theoretically. How are y'all doing?
Yeah, some people escaped from the roundup. We think we may have gotten all of them, maybe not. Something made it out, but not the shuttle. I told Lex, Drew, and Daria and Nell about it, so they'll hopefully look into it when they're not dealing with the Kanasi.
Well, that's mildly annoying, but also kind of not surprising. I figured they probably had some people go back to get some, like, supplies and stuff, but I also figured it'd be kind of obvious if their ship tried to leave, and as you said, we have friends. If it was a shuttle, though, that might be a little harder, make it more annoying, but oh well, now we have something to do after this. So we can have more time to ask pointed questions before we have to hand these people over. Dolly... I was just kidding about the pointed part. Mostly.
Pointed.
Oh, I thought you were kidding about handing them over. All of them over, but...
Pointed questions or pointy questions?
We have Belarus, so...
Child acquired.
Okay. Yes, child acquired.
Why were you looking for the child?
Did we...
Oh, I forgot to... Oops. Hang on. Tali takes it off Cobbs as she explains the thing that she totally forgot to tell Spectra.
Like, you do have their parent, correct? So help me, Spectra, if I have to deal with more Kanasi today.
As the three of you go down the other tunnel, you get to where you see Ty is just standing there, fully armored looking like a very terrifying battle lizard. Just glaring daggers at these mercenaries who are handcuffed and daisy-chained together. Just being very intimidating. It looks like there were some injuries, but they've mostly been patched up. Roll perception. Yeah, Gavalia is also there.
Okay, cool.
Immediately bring child to her. To them.
Is the one that I was talking to in the tunnel at the beginning of this adventure around in handcuffs somewhere?
Oh, the leader? I think they were the leader or something.
Roll perception.
24.
Anna, you noticed almost immediately, no, she's not there.
Huh.
There's one other guy that had been in a dark green kind of shimmery armor who'd been standing more towards the back. Also, you rolled really high, so you get that detail. They are both missing, but otherwise everyone else has been handled. There's some injuries. None of them are going to die. They have not had a good day, though.
It's fine. Neither have I.
Spectra sidles up to you, Anima, as Vi is returning from depositing child with parent. And she says, Ty is going to oversee making sure this group gets contained on board the Opal Star. Tali's got a repurposed drone checking security feeds just to make sure we didn't miss any, because
Their apparent leader and second in command are not here.
I had the feeling that might have been the case. It was difficult to get the good head count, and then they started taking out the lights to make it harder for me to tranquilize them. So it was hard to get the count, and you can't see most of them.
Their ship was trying to take off. We stopped it, but a pod may have gotten loose. So there may still be somebody on there, on the ship. And we asked Lex, Drew and Daria, and Nell to keep an eye on the skies outside.
That's a good call. Mercenaries and smugglers tend to have multiple escape plans. It's an occupational hazard, but the others will be on alert, and we weren't able to get most of them, so with a little help from Nell and some other programs by other individuals, we should be able to start figuring out who those others would be.
I think you forgot to mention traffickers.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. They were looking for a, quote, energy signal.
Glances pointedly over at the tube layer. Cavalia has not put her child down, and it does not seem that he wants to be put down. There's just the cutest little robot hug going on right now. Gentle waves of happy, good feelings coming from that area, from that direction. She's like, oh, I know several people would be very interested to hear about that. There's a chance that some of them might get a slightly lighter sentence, but that's not something that is easily forgiven. Unless under extreme circumstances. Like, that kind of activity, the hunting of Blair, is extremely uncommon, but it does happen sometimes. And typically, with outfits like that, not everyone involved in the group is in the know about what else going on. Typically, it's only like a couple of people who really know, and they're the ones who like go out and actually do the hunting, but the rest are just part of the party to help the real Belair hunters hide in plain sight and, help keep things running and get extra money doing other jobs. But they'll find out. They will, because you've also got the Star Chaser.
Hopefully we can find some data on there that can tell them who they were working for that may have asked them to do this.
Certainly have, and I'm also certain as soon as Nell overheard that they were trying to escape, she started attacking their security systems, so she should be able to get some information before the people on board the ship can destroy it all.
Good.
I have complete control over their ship's security. It was quite easy. I'm working on restoring some of the information now, but unfortunately, some of it is encrypted to a point that I am unable to decrypt it. Fortunately, I think we may know some people who can. Tully and Spectre both kind of like eyebrow raise at that. I didn't know there was much you couldn't decrypt, Nell. What kind of encryption are we talking about here? Technocracy level. With your permission, I would like to reach out to some of our contacts. Yes. Let them know that we need to have a conversation. I will take over that soon. We need to get this group contained and then the other whoever's on the ship taken care of. Okay. Sending the message now. It takes a little bit longer to get everything back onto the Opal Star because you have to take the mercenaries in small groups to get onto the Opal Star, but since you were able to take out a lot of the active Kanasi, Lex and Nell get the ship closer, so it's less distance to go between the asteroid station and the Opal Star, so it could have taken longer, still takes a slightly awkward amount of time. Gavelia still does not put Belarus down. She does walk over and express her deep and abiding gratitude, which you very much feel. When I say, you feel feelings coming from the Blair, it's not like it alters your feeling. You can tell very clearly that this is, the feeling that they are giving off.
Okay.
It's how they emote. Is you can feel, when someone, does that smile and you can almost, see the happiness in their eyes and you get, a little secondhand happy, but you're fully aware it's because of they're happy.
Okay.
It's a bit like that. You felt this sensation before working with Drew and Daria. It's part of Blair's existence. Is they can share the impression of strong emotions. It's their version of smiling. Belarus has just all kinds of questions about all kinds of things. Tully, I think, ends up kind of taking him under her wing, and they're just chattering back and forth.
That makes more sense than just about anything.
The character that I gave the personality of a hyperactive teenager who is bubblegum pink getting along well with the child? Yes, it does. And the other crew is able to help take on some of the mercenaries as well. And they send some people in to deal with whoever's on board the Star Chaser. Although, Nell is very happy to inform that she has locked both of them into 2 different bathrooms. Messing with the lights the entire time and doing weird noises, and Nell's not being nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I probably tried to side message Nell being make things very uncomfortable for them, please.
Oh, I am. I'm using their ship's AI voice to read out loud their personal logs, but I'm adjusting the pitch every other word.
Oh, Nell, did you find a record of what was shot out of the Star Chaser though? When you were looking in those, or is that part of the encrypted part? For the encrypted section?
That is partially encrypted, but it does appear that they had a smaller stealth ship docked within their ship, which I didn't know was a thing. But from the readings, it's really similar to what took Stavia, so I'm having fun with them. You hear a very, very distant scream.
Good. Vi just chuckles menacingly.
There will be no lasting physical harm.
No physical harm. No.
She says this as you see Spectra going to turn her mom stare towards where the opal star is.
No physical harm happening. No physical harm happening.
Speaking of physical harm, Anima, you look terrible, dude. Let's get you. Tali just starts forcibly guiding you onto the ship to the med bay, because
please,
you're hurt.
Yeah.
No, any last scenes or conversations we want to have, as this situation is as under control as it can be, and you're waiting to hear what happens next?
No, I was running on adrenaline and determination, and as soon as they get me into the med bay and onto a cot, I am asleep.
Fair. Bike chain curls up next to you. Next to a part of you that has not been bleeding, and just kind of curls up next to you and just sleeps.
That's very hard to do because I get hit full in the entirety by fire.
He's curled up at your feet.
I am a very toasted ashen forged.
It's okay. Tali can fix it. And she just chores you by, and since you still look hurt, Vi, she doesn't fuss quite as much over you, but she does insist that you see about bandaging the open wounds that you have, and she gets the lancet out of your leg and helps you deal with that, but for the most part she's just you're a big girl, you can handle this yourself. That door is not unlocking until Nell and I are both satisfied that you have properly taken care of your injuries. Goes back to spraying down Anima with a healing spray.
Yeah, I think at that point, the only damage is probably the lancet. So yeah, she helps the lancet. Maybe make sure there's no, hidden injuries that she didn't feel for some reason. And then, okay.
Yeah, take a little, a preventative, antibiotic or, vitamin thing to help boost natural healing. It doesn't super boost, but it does help. It'll shave a couple days off of that leg healing. What do you go do after that?
I'm not sure. I would say after making sure Anima's getting taken care of, which would have happened while I was in there, go checking on Belarus and Gavalia, making sure they're doing okay.
Yeah, they are both a little shaken, but they're doing much better now that they are in one piece and they're together. And I think you actually find them in the library with Drew and Daria.
Okay, good.
You walk in, the three of them are just kind of standing in a triangle, just stare. It feels like they're just staring into the center. And then they all three turn to you and start speaking.
Okay.
That's unsettling.
They were just having a private conversation. Not gonna lie, it's briefly a little creepy.
Yeah.
But then they start talking, and they're synthetic voices, but you can hear the emotion and the tone in it.
Okay.
They're going to need some time and probably some professional help, getting over the emotional scars of what happened, as well as a little bit more help doing repair to the suit from someone who is extremely familiar with repairing Blair suits.
Yeah. But for now it's okay. Okay.
Yeah. Gavalia is not going to be letting her child out of her sight anytime soon.
Understandable, thank you.
And Belarus is okay with that. The Opal Star and the other pirate core ships that came with them moved back from the asteroid in case there are other Kadasi that come out, just trying to stay out of the range of that, but close enough to keep an eye on things. The shuttle effectively disappeared, but Lex and Nell were able to get some information from Hal. They are working on it, like adding that to what happened the last time, and piecing together maybe how this stealth technology works so we can figure out where they went.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a period of waiting. Eventually, Nell does let the two people she's been tormenting on the Star Chaser out, only to have them immediately get put in cuffs and then locked in the brig of one of the other ships. I think the mercenaries have been somewhat split up between the three ships, but the ones you have are the most likely to have had a connection with what happened to Stavios. Though, not sure how in the know they are about what happened. And another pirate core ship or two come by to keep an eye on the asteroid and keep the problem under wraps until they can have another crew come in and officially shut things down. Y'all were able to take down a lot of the problem and also figure out what the problem was. And now you have a chance to get some more answers as well as some more questions. But good news is Nell confirms that she is working on setting up a meeting with Zatea Starcatcher. I don't think either of you have heard that name before. Nell will also be kind and explain. Oh, she was part of the crew that helped lock down the security hub at Beacon Station right after Tully escaped. Her crew know a lot about how to deal with this kind of coding, so hopefully she'll be able to help some. Also, it's just going to be nice to catch up with her. We haven't seen her in a bit. But first, we do have some people we need to drop off into proper custody. But that's for tomorrow. I think you need a nap, Vi.
Actually, I don't really feel tired for some reason. As part of the regenerative complex, Vi no longer needs to sleep. So Vi just kind of like, actually, I guess I feel tired, but I don't feel sleepy. Maybe I'll just relax and work on some designs for a while.
Relaxing works too. I'll let Spectra know that you were one of those cybermancers.
I don't think Vi realizes that she no longer sleeps yet. It's like, what? What did you just say? What do you mean one of those cybermancers?
Nell does not explain.
Aboard the Opal Star is an Espergenesis 5e actual play podcast DM'd and produced by Brianna Toiver as part of Pseudonym Social, a creative podcast network.
I'm Casey, and I'm playing Anima the Ashen Forged.
My name's Alexis, and I am playing Vilena Sorrell, the Eldori.
Music is by Patrick Chester of Chester Studios. To see more of his work, visit his website at chesterstudios.net. Find out more about Pseudonym Social by visiting our website at pseudonymsocial.wordpress.com. If you like what we're doing and would like to support us, please consider leaving a review or donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial.